wonderful day to learn. Right now, we will be discussing a topic in computer aided detailing of structures, and in that, we will be discussing beams. In the previous lecture, I have discussed how to design a beam, that is a simply supported beam, and how to detail as per IS 456. This is as per Indian standards, and we have followed and made the reinforcement detailing and how to draw the working drawings of a simply supported beam. In this session, we will be discussing a cantilever beam, how to design a cantilever beam and detail that. Let us see by using E-tabs. Today what we are going to discuss is, you can see a cantilever beam here. This is a column. By using a single column, this structure is being built here. And you can see all the beams are cantilever from the column and the construction is being done. This kind of design could be done by only using cantilever beam. And you can observe here a varying depth. At the end of the beam where it is fixed, you have a higher depth. At the tip of the cantilever beam, you can observe that there is a reduction in cross section. This is due to the reduction in bending moment. The bending moment will be maximum at this end and it will be minimum at the tip of the cantilever beam, so that you can see varying depth. So these cases are solved when you have a higher load to a cantilever beam, and this is the typical reinforcement which you are going to design, and the construction is being done for a cantilever balcony, and you can see the reinforcement is being extended here. This beam is used to take the load which is coming into the balcony. So this will be the balcony area, and you will be having a reinforcement here. Parallelly, you will be having another reinforcement. In between these two columns, you will be having a slab which is being casted after that, and this slab load directly goes to the cantilever beam. So this is where we are interested today, how to design a cantilever beam and how to detail. This is what we are going to do today. And you can see the beam has the same depth. Due to the size of the cantilever beam, this might be nearly 1.5 meter, and due to the short distance and the load is minimum at this balcony, hence the cross section for the cantilever beam is same. In this case, there is a higher amount of load which is acting and it is largely varying towards its length. Hence, you will be having a different depth at each and every meter. And today we will be going to design a short cantilever beam, and the load is minimum. We can take it as 2 kilonewton per meter as the live load, and we will proceed. So this is our case what we are going to design today, and we will be designing by using the software E-tabs. We will be displaying all the units in terms of metric SI, and for steel design IS 800 2007, for concrete design IS 456 2000 will be used. And number of grid lines in X direction, let us take this as 2 meter. We can take the minimum value as 1, and number of story is 1. Typical story height, let us take this as 3 meter height, and let us proceed with the grid lines. Now we have our grids, so let us define this section. What are the materials we are going to use is concrete and steel. So let us add those materials. For concrete, let us use M30 grade, and let us take the default values, and for rebar let us take HYSD 415 grade. These are the two materials which are required for designing the reinforced concrete section, and let us take the default values. Now we have defined the material properties, and let us provide the sectional property. Here let us add a property, a concrete, and add new property. We will make a beam property here, beam 300 by 300. And this is designed for a beam, and let the cover be 25 mm. I am taking minimum cover requirement as per the code, and bars let us take it as 4 on 5. Yes. Press OK. Here we have defined the two members. Okay, let us assign this member. And let us take a point, and the distance will be 2 meters. We are not interested in designing the concrete column, and we will be designing only the cantilever beam. Let us assign the joint here, and since this is the cantilever beam, let us apply one end fixed and other end hinged. Yes, this end is being fixed, and let us make the opposite end, this end as free, so there is no support here. Okay, now we have made a beam here, and this beam is fixed at one end and free at the other end. Let us apply a uniformly distributed load. Let us take the live load. Now this member a uniformly distributed load of 3.5 kN per meter we are assuming, and let this act on the structure. And yes, we have applied this 3.5 kN per meter load. Let us press OK. We now have a beam which is fixed at one end, other end is free, and you have a uniformly distributed load, and this is the three-dimensional case of this structure. And check the load combinations if required. Right now we need only composite beam design. Since we are designing only the beam, so the beam load design combination is enough, and let us press OK here. Let us analyze this, run analysis. This is the second experiment, which is cantilever beam. It is calculating, and when our analysis is done, you can see here. So this is the deflection, that is UZ is 0.249. You can see this deflection. Let us check the support. So this will be our reaction. That's 4.5 kilonewton. For load combinations, what are the different combination of load? We can see the respective reaction: dead load plus live load, and this is the worst load combination, that is DCMPS2. Okay, let us make the design now. Yes, our design is over. Let us check all the concrete frame passed the design check. Whatever we have provided, that is 0.3 by 0.3 depth. A cantilever beam which is being designed, and at one end fixer and other end free. And you can see that we have made 0.3 by 0.3 as the width and depth, and the length is 2 meter. So with this case, we have applied the load of 3.5 kilonewton as live load, and the design load combinations has been arrived, and for that case we have checked the analysis and design. So it is passed for analysis and design. You can see here, that is DCMPC1. What is it? Which is dead load into 1.4, and the second case is dead load into 1.2, and third case is the dead load. Fourth case is dead load plus live load, and this is the fourth case, and the fifth case will be 1.4 times the dead load, and the next is 1.2 times the dead load and 1.6 times the live load. So these are the load combinations which are given here, and for this combination the structure is being designed. And you can see here the top reinforcement is 261 and bottom reinforcement is 90. And you can observe here that in the cantilever beam, you can see the top reinforcement is higher than the bottom. Why? Because there is the tension higher at the top. So the beam generally requires tension reinforcement, and the top reinforcement is higher than the lower reinforcement. And at the end you can see 65 mm square of reinforcement is enough, and at bottom you need a maximum reinforcement of 90 mm, and at top you need a maximum reinforcement of 261 mm. So for that, let us detail this structure. Now our design is over, let us start the detailing process. Yes, we are in CSI detail software, and let us make the detailing for the design which we have done. We have designed the ETABS file as given here. It will automatically take the notes, loading cases, the design result, etc. And it will take those detail and it will produce the detailing. We can give our preference here. Okay, now the process is complete. 3 warnings are here. Pier summary result are not available. We are currently not designing any pier or spandrel, and design strip result are not available. We are not designing this slab. If you are designing, then these values are required. And let us make all the default drawings. Let us keep the unit into Newton mm. The force will be in Newton, and the distance of the beam will be in mm. Let us prefer IS 456 2000. Let the default rules shall apply. We need hash. Since we are following this in our manual design, we will follow the same hash for rebar prefix. So 3 number of or 2 number of 12 mm dia bar, like that we would have studied. Before indicating the number of bars, let us use the prefix as this hash. Let us take the beam label and section label as done in ETABS. For rebar rules, let us provide the smallest bar is 8 mm and the largest bar I have already explained the zone A to G. These are the zones which is existing in a beam. For all the zones, let us provide, see, this is the zone here. A, this part, this reinforcement bar is known as A, B is the next bar, like that C and D is written here, E is written at the center, F and G. So these are the reinforcement letters where you provide reinforcement. The respective portions are indicated here, and this is zone A and zone B. Center part is zone C. In order to understand that, so here let us use all the area. It might be A to G. We will be using the dia as 8 mm, and let us provide the preferred bar size as 12 mm dia bar. Yes, minimum number of bars. So how many bars we shall use is at the A portion. So let us use number of bars as 3, and you can see at this portion. So this is the A portion, this is the cantilever end. So we need higher reinforcement and we need 261 mm square of area. So at the top end we will be providing 3 number of bars, and at the junction C. So this is the C junction. Let us provide the same 3 number of 12 mm dia bar, and at D is not required. At E, so this is the portion of E. Let us provide the same bar at E, or else you can remove the portion of E. And at F we can provide 2 number of 8 mm dia bar. Why? Because you need a maximum of 100. So 90 is the around 90 is the value of highest area of reinforcement. Let us provide 100. That is 2 number of 8 mm dia bar we can provide at the junction of F. So this is preferred here, and we shall provide a maximum spacing of 230. Since the depth of the beam is 300, you need to reduce the cover plus the dia of rod. That is effective cover. That is 25 plus 6 will be 31. So 300 minus 31, and we will be providing the guidance as per the code. Let us provide OK here. These are steel display preferences, and our maximum dia of reinforcement is 12 mm. Hence we can provide up to 12 reinforcement bars missing. Let us press this as OK. And let us take the rest of the things are same. Now our detailing is getting ready. Yes, this is our beam here, which we have designed. We have provided a name for beam has 300 by 300, and this is the only section, and we have made two grids, that is at x-axis and y-axis. This is our frame plan. This is our schedule. Three number of 12 mm dia bar is provided at both the points, and at F point 2 number of 8 mm dia bar is provided. And this is the total volume V, that is total volume of concrete which is required, and the rebar weight which is required is 11 kg, and the concrete is 0.18 cubic meter, and the rebar ratio is 61.29. Okay, so we need 12 mm dia bar for a length of 6.3 meter and 8 mm dia bar for a length of 13.8 meter. So this is our quantity. This is the elevation of the bar. Yes, this is the cross section. We can see 3 number of 12 mm dia bar which is acting at the top, and 2 number of 8 mm dia bar at the bottom. We have given a reinforcement of, that is the shear reinforcement of 8 mm dia bar at 225 mm depth, that is center to center. This is our reinforcement profile. This is our cage. So this is the way to lay the cantilever beam, and you can check here that number of stirrups required: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 number of stirrups is being used. At the top of the cantilever beam you have a maximum bending moment, and at the bottom you have a minimum bending moment. Hence we have provided the respective area of reinforcement. By this detailing you can cut the beams into different length, and you can take the working drawings here. Let us see the drawing sheet which will be here. When you are taking printout, you will be getting these drawing sheets. This is the standard detailing. So you can make the print preference. If the drawings are very small, you can make it to your required size. You can take this into the landscape like this. You can scale this in order to zoom this view. Now the view is visible right now. Yes, currently our drawing will be having better visibility and clarity. Let us print this drawing. This will be for A4 landscape. All drawings and start printing. Exercise number 2. Yes, this will be our final drawing. Typical concrete beam elevation. The concrete rebar table. You can see the typical reinforcement here. 3 number of rod at 12 mm diabar at top, 2 number of 8 mm diabar at the bottom. Stirrups of 8 mm diabar at 225 mm at the two center. The width and the height of the beam is here in this section, and this is the longitudinal section of the beam. You can get the details as required. Yes, I hope that by using this you can take this drawing for working purpose, for construction purpose. I hope you enjoyed this session. See you soon. Happy learning. See you again. Thank you.